Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, let's get this party started. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. Tonight on the agenda, we're going to mention some new integration we just released, and of course, most importantly, all of our latest features. Corey is going to demo them live, so you're going to see exactly how it works. So feel free at any time, like I mentioned, to ask questions, raise your hands or unmute yourself. We are really here to help you figure out how to work with those features, but also at the end, there is a Q&A session that can last as long as it needs. If you have any questions about anything else outside of those latest features, about use cases, about issues you might have with SimpleSat, things you want to see, we are here for you. Really, we are here to listen and take notes. So feel free at the end to ask us anything you'd like. Corey, if you can start us off.
Cool. Let's do it. So some new integrations since last time, I don't know, maybe for the last month or so. Gladly and Make. Gladly is a kind of a help desk support conversation tool, CS tool as well. And we integrate with that, similar just like how SimpleSat integrates with other help desks, put CSAT surveys and conversations, integrate with conversations. And Make is a automation tool similar to Zapier. And we're in that directory. So now you can choose SimpleSat from Make if you're using that tool. So on to the latest features. This was actually from our Q4 release last year. And the features were so big, we delayed a little bit and finally released them like 2 weeks ago. So a lot of exciting features here. And the first one are custom dashboards. All these features that I'm going to review here are some of our top requested features. And custom dashboards, a lot of people weren't necessarily saying, I want a custom dashboard feature, but they're asking for features that a custom dashboard solves. For example, these are like the survey dashboards that we already have, but users are saying, I want to move the widgets around. I want to choose what I see, or something about combining metrics, or a lot of other different use cases that we realize that custom dashboard is a way to solve that. So here's how custom dashboards look in SimpleSat. And custom dashboards are available for users on the Pro plan. So there's this new section here, custom dashboards. And to create a new one, you just click on new dashboard here. You can give access similar to survey access, where you could just allow all users in the account to see it, or you could choose exactly who should see it. And one thing to note here is if Eric does not have access to all the surveys in your account, but some of that survey data is in the dashboard, then Eric would be able to see it on this page. So basically, whatever you give access to for a dashboard, it kind of overrides the survey settings, because it was going to be too complicated to say, show this widget, but don't show this widget, or something like that. So that's user access. And also you could just choose to show and hide the feedback sidebar right here if you don't want that. So here's what a dashboard looks like once it's finished, and you can drag and drop all of these things. Also, here's how you can resize. So if you wanted these things to be bigger, you can do that, or move these around. So a lot of flexibility to get exactly what you want in the dashboard that you're looking for. And here's how you add widgets. So the way we've started this out, because this is our first iteration of a custom dashboard feature, is basically all the widgets we have available are the same ones that you're familiar with in these survey dashboards already. So for example, 90-day moving average, we choose that. And the way that you choose data sets you're basically picking from questions, because questions are going to have the answers. A few widgets you pick from surveys, but most of them are questions. And first, you choose a question type, because this makes sure the scales match. So CSAT 5-star multiple choice, these are all 2 to 5 scale surveys, and PS sliding scale are 0 to 10, and CES is 7. I think it's 7. Yeah, it's 7. So once you choose question type, then question will only show the questions from that question type. And that makes sure that all the calculations and stuff match up and are okay. Let's see here. So that's how you configure a widget. Some cool features here, for example, on this 90-day moving average, you can combine data sets. So let's say we want it to add multiple things here, and you could combine these data sets on a single line. So that's aggregating the scores, or you could have multiple lines for each data set to see how those things are working. So here's where you could have different questions, and these don't all have to be from the same survey. These can be different questions from any survey in your account, and that allows you to answer whatever questions you have about the data in your account. Let's see. Any questions yet so far? If not, I'll keep going, but please interrupt me if you do have any questions about any of this works.
I have one actually, because I just noticed there's a calculation
Right.
written CSAT NPS mean, but
Right.
if the question type is CSAT, why would we choose NPS as a calculation?
Right. So generally you wouldn't, but again, we just want to give more flexibility. And I think that actually maybe we shouldn't name this NPS, because what this actually means, NPS is the percent positive subtracted by the percent negative of ratings. So, and then CSAT is percent positive, and
Right.
mean is just the average. So it's
Yeah.
another way of looking at kind of at the same data. So for example, if let's say CSAT, and then this would be, so this is a CSAT question, it's 94.7. If you switch this to NPS, it's a 90.2. So it's a different score because the CSAT's percent positive, NPS is percent positive subtracted by percent negative. So it's always going to be a little bit lower. And NPS is on a negative 100 to 100 scale. So really, like the main use case for choosing the calculations would be if let's say so I choose the question type NPS sliding scale, and here's my CSAT survey, customer satisfaction survey, but I'm asking an NPS question as an additional question in the survey. This is like the third question in the survey. So now I can choose that and then get my NPS score from that. And I could add this to the dashboard. And now finally we can report on CSAT or CES or NPS or 5-star from any question in the survey. It doesn't just have to be the first one. So kind of two use cases there, Eric. One, and I think the primary one is to actually, to be reporting on CSAT for any question in a survey. But second, is just to use different metrics. I haven't heard the request a lot to see NPS for CSAT, but I have heard the request a lot that people would rather just see the average instead of the CSAT percent positive score. So it's just about just giving way more flexibility for you to see exactly what you want.
Yeah, and I think we had a request recently about somebody asking if they could have like the CSAT for the follow-up questions and not only the first one. So
Exactly.
this solves it. Yeah.
Yep. Another thing you could do here are custom dates and filters, and these will override the filters that you see on here or here. Actually, the date will override, and the filters will be added in addition to these. So what you could do, a lot of use cases here, but you could, let's just have not sure if this is even going to show anything, but you could show something just for a team member, or I have a little demo down here at the bottom. Here's how you could see, this is the same question, CSAT question for 3 different team members, Mike, Al, and Sal here. So like, again, whatever you can dream up, you could do. You could do this with these sentiment distributions for team members. You could do it, with a column chart. You could do it, we already have the leaderboard. You could do it with scores or answer summaries. So a lot of cool things you can do with filters as well. And if we just go here, you could edit the widget and you could see that, here's the filter that we had set up for that. A few other cool things that you could do with dashboards that are new. You can favorite them, which is a new feature. And you'll see this in the dashboards, feedback, and report section. There's now this favorites section here where you can favorite any dashboard or view, and that will show up in the favorite section here. Favorites are only for your account. So if you favorite something, other people in your Simplesat account will not see it. So they're personal to you. Last cool thing about custom dashboards is this feature to set them as your home dashboard. So I have an option here to unset it because I've already set this as my home dashboard. So if I click on home here, you could see it's this executive dashboard. So it's not those combo widgets that you're used to that just show all the surveys in your account. You can choose to have any custom dashboard override that. And again, that's another request that we felt that custom dashboards solved, where people wanted to customize what they see in the home dashboard, but now, sure, now you could build your own custom dashboard and you could choose to see whatever you want when you log in. And then that setting as home dashboard, that is also a personal preference. So you could have, if you're the CEO, you could have the executive dashboard, and if you're the CS manager, maybe you want to see something more that has about CSAT in your team and something like that. So I think that covers kind of the most of the big things for custom dashboards. Does anybody have any questions or comments or feedback about that? Let me know. Whether we could talk about it at the end, but if you have something now, I'm happy to discuss.
Just one thing again for me.
Right.
So the custom dashboard you mentioned is for each personal account. What if I want, like, I'm the team leader and I want everybody to see the same, and I want to say like, okay, this is my view. Everybody should be able to see it. How would that work?
Right. Well, so if you favorite it, the favorites are personal and setting it as
Yeah,
home is personal, but the dashboards are global. So
sure. Okay,
there's no personal dashboards yet.
okay.
But you can choose. So you have two options. You could choose for everyone to see it, or you could choose, for specific people to see it.
Right,
And
yeah.
even if you
Okay,
choose
got it.
this, admins will be able to see it. But yeah,
Yeah.
so you could, if you do have managers and collaborator roles in your account, you could create something just for your team to see it. And they maybe Meg and Eric cannot see the executive dashboard, but they can see the CSAT one or whatever the use case is. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, next up, views. Views are a new feature, and these are for survey dashboards, feedback, and report sections. And so it looks all very similar for each one, but I'll go over each of these. So what a view is it's a saved configuration. And currently the two things that you can configure are the date and these filters. In the future, we have some ideas of maybe like different layouts for feedback or, some other cool stuff. So we'd be able to save that as well. But for now, it's date and the filters. And actually, this doesn't really matter for you, but these are now all technically views, even the top level ones. So if you create a survey, you are like these survey dashboards are automatically created, but this is now a view, and you actually can save. This is kind of a junk filter, but here's how you'd save the filters, and I could save changes to the existing view. So I actually just saved that on this top level view. But if you create a new view, so let's say we want to do something like this. Save filters, new view, training admin, something like that. Then it adds here nested under this parent view. And so here you could see help desk board. That is with the filter board as help desk, and professional services board is board as professional services. So I mean, you all, if you've used these features before, you know the use cases, you know the filters that you want to add. And this is why a really super top requested feature we get, because people are coming in, basically recreating the same dates and filters every day or every week or every month whenever they need to run a report. And so this saves a ton of time for you just to have exactly what you want. And if the help desk board is the one you want to report on, then of course you could favorite it. Here, I could just see, everything just about this one agent really quickly. I could see all their stuff. So that's how these views work. And we're going to have like a better share way to get the link, but these links are kind of, this link will never change. So you could, store this in your internal knowledge base or intranet or something like that. You could link to these things. So that's views for survey dashboards. Of course, here's how you could delete the view. Next would be feedback views. So similar to survey dashboards, you can create these date range and filters and save views here. So kind of the two top ones I like the most so far are positive with comments. So here's where you could go and just quickly see across all surveys positive with comments. Of course, you could take out junk surveys or something like that. Now I could save this view so you could see how easy it is to kind of be modifying the views as you go and tweaking them. Or we could be looking at neutral and negative, and then that would be a more depressing view to look at, but equally important. And let's see. Okay. And then I'll just show reports real quick. So reports, same thing. The report page was kind of weird before because it was like this. It's a pivot. It's actually this page. So we renamed it to be report workspace. But you were never really able to save it. So now I think this makes a little bit more sense that you start out on the workspace. Now you can build a report and then you can save it as a view. So here I'm looking at, let's say, the board is help desk and I'm looking at team member performance. So that's like one view that I want to have. So whatever configurations you were creating before, you can save them. So that is views. And okay, one last thing. No, never mind. Not one last thing. Any questions about views?
No.
If not, we will move
Yeah.
on.
I think Reese wanted to say something,
Okay.
or maybe I don't know. I just
Oh, I was just
me.
saying no questions. Sorry.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, last one. Schedule reports. What schedule reports do is I've been wanting to be doing this for so long. And in order to do it right, we had to have views. And I always thought they'd be in separate releases, but we did them in the same release. So now that we have this saved view, and here is the view token, right here that has all the information about these filters, we can now schedule a report to report on data from these saved filters. So let's say I want to be knowing about this negative and neutral feedback. I can click schedule report here. I already have 2 reports open for this, but we could create another one. You can create as many reports as you want for every view. Here's where we can add the recipients. So I want myself and Eric to get this. You can customize the subject and message. We added this date placeholder to just so that the subject line is going to be unique every time, so all the emails don't get like clumped up in your inbox. And some pretty flexible frequency scheduling here. So you could do daily, weekly, and monthly. And on monthly, you could choose to be on like the first. This could be on like the 28th of every month. Or you could say, on the last Monday. You could see that changed from, hold on, my mouse is screwing up here. It changed to last, because you can't have the 28th Monday. So it's kind of smart here where if you're on day, it'll say 28th, but if it's anything past 4, it'll switch to last. So this is the last Monday of the month. Or you could say on the 3rd Monday or the 4th, and I think 5th will turn into last. Yeah, because not every month has a 5th month. And the time. So why isn't my mouse working? Okay, we're back. So once you schedule this, then it'll show up here. And if you edit one, you actually can click send now, and that'll send you a report immediately. So that's a good way to test it. Or if you just want to get it immediately, that you'd see it. And it would look something like this. So here's your body and your subject, and we attach it. We wanted to attach it. I've looked at a lot of other tools while we were building this feature, even like Google Ads and stuff. All they do is link. The email provides a link, and you click it, and then it takes you back to the dashboard, and then you download it, which I just thought that's kind of cheating, where this to me is a lot more useful that you have the data right here, not making you log in. So anyways, that is the reports. Also, let's see, do I have any other notes for this? But so those are the same for feedback and for reports here. You can create these scheduled reports. And again, you could create a report for any view, and you can create unlimited reports for every view. So I think the reason why maybe you want to have multiple could be, different frequencies for different people. So let's say I want to get it monthly, but Elliot needs to get it weekly, something like that. You could create views for your clients if you wanted, and you could even be sending the email recipients from the drop down here. These are users in the account, but it actually accepts, like here's my Gmail, any email address. So it allows for external email recipients or email groups in your own account. So you don't have to just send to users for these reports. You could be sending these to your customers or to an email group or something like that. Currently, the reports are available for feedback and reports. We are going to do this for custom dashboards and survey views, but we haven't gotten to it yet because it's a more complicated task. These are basically just, we already have this export CSV feature, so we're just automating that. And in order for us to attach a PDF to an email with all this data, it's just going to be more development effort, but we really want to do that so that you'll be able to create reports basically for any dashboard you see. You could have this emailed to you. So not sure when we'll get to it, but we really want to, and we most likely will. Okay. I hope I didn't miss any big things. Please let me know if anyone has any questions about that.
So the scheduled reports, Corey, are those for Pro plans only or available in standard too?
No, standard too. So good question. So all the views, survey views, feedback views, and report views, and I guess we're going to call these reports now, and feedback reports, all that is available for every plan, unlimited features for all of that. By the way, this is our test account. This is not a real customer looking here.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I don't know who this Jenna is, but she's not happy with us.
No, this is fake data. I got this list. I remember this was years ago. Look, it's matter of fact, salmon, Alfredo. I don't know, some website I got this, really stupid.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Ridiculous. All right. If anyone's done a demo with SimpleSat with Elliot or Yule or Peter or something in the past, you've probably seen this data. Okay. Any questions about that? Or I guess, if not, any other questions about SimpleSat in general or feedback? I'd love to hear it.
Okay, Eric is leaving. Eric. He has to hop off. Thanks,
No
Eric. Thanks, Charlotte.
So please, hopefully these features are intuitive to use. Like you probably didn't need a walkthrough to know how these work, but give it a try. Riz, question?
Yeah. Hey, Corey and Eric, thank you
Hey.
for No. I just had a couple of questions. I don't think we
Yeah.
are on the plan, but to explore this, is there a sandbox uh, available to see how we can explore the pro options before we actually subscribe to that? That was one question.
Hmm.
Uh, and the second one that I wanted to ask is there something in the pipeline to build word cloud? We do get a lot of customer verbatim feedback that we capture. So is there uh, any analytics kind of a feature that would be made available on the Pro dashboard, which will either give us information on the word cloud customers constant using certain specific words that are calling out on positive or negative sentiments, or
Hmm.
specific issues or tags that we use, or intents that are causing uptick or downtick on our CSAT.
Hmm. Yeah, so there's no like, I don't know when we've been thinking about it. Like I'll show you a design really quick. I don't know when we'll get to this, but we really want to do this and kind of you're also asking about like kind of the word cloud analysis is AI too. And AI, is getting more and more popular and it can be kind of a junk and a shiny object, I think that a lot of SaaS apps are doing. But if you do it right, I think it could be very powerful. And I think we're SimpleSat's poised with AI just because of how much content we have that we could try to make use of it. But one thing I wanted to show you, this is just like, quick ideas that we've been having, where if there was a way like to have topics on a feedback, and here you could see that this topic's in a response time because they said amazing response time. And problem solving is red negative because it said, I think troubleshooting could have been better or something like that. And if we had AI, then actually these topics could automatically be added. And then you could come in here and change them if you wanted. And then, this is just ugly mock-up, but we could start to have more reporting about, these sort of topics. Does that is that kind of what you were thinking of, or more of just like getting all the content and kind of
No, I
aggregating
think
that in some big word cloud? Uh-huh.
no, this is a better view than just having a word cloud,
Mm,
because from there you have to dip down and go into each
right.
specific one. Here, if it is giving
Yeah.
high level insights,
Yeah.
then you go into those specific cases and drill down
Right.
further.
Right. So yeah, so again, this is just like in this labs file that we have. We're thinking about it. We want to do it. I don't know exactly how it will work, but it does come up a lot, requests, and we just see the value, and especially now with AI, that would actually make this possible to do. And then to your first question about how to trial the custom dashboard, we decided we were going to try to figure that out when someone asked about it, and you're the first person to ask about it. So we need to figure out how we do that because, like their Stripe or billing system, there isn't really just an easy way to do it. You could create a new SimpleSat account, but then you're not going to have the data. You know what I mean? So let me get back to you on that. We do need to figure out some type of sandbox or trial or something. So thanks for asking and just pushing us to figure that out, basically. Anything else?
Yeah, Don is asking if there is a place for a wish list. Yes, or a
Oh,
roadmap, I guess.
yes. Yes. So what you can do, a few things. You could just go here. So here's in the profile menu and product roadmap. This is a great place to see, the things that are under consideration and planned. You could see I need to update this because these are just launched, automated reports, save segments. So we built these. But here we could vote for stuff, but also you can submit ideas. You can also just chat with us at any time. Oh, I have an ad blocker. That's not going to work now. You could just chat with us and just have a feature request. And any feature request that we get through our support channel, we actually send it to Product Board. This is the tool we're using. And that will show up here as a vote as well.
Yeah, I did the link in the chat box
Yeah.
too. Yeah. or easy access if people want to access it outside of the dashboard. The account.
And I guess if I would choose it would almost be better for you to use our the chat, because we like to have, it's like I see a lot of requests here when people submit an idea and they say like better reporting, and it's like, okay, what did you mean by that? So it is good to have a conversation around it where you could say, I want better reporting. You go, what? Why? Because I want, to report on this metric in a different way or whatever. But yeah, I hope that answered your questions. Definitely, you could just go here and submit ideas, or you can just chat with us anytime. You could send me an email if you want as well. See you, Riz. Thanks. Don, does that answer your question? And my email is also SimpleSat.io. Kind of ugly. I'm our product manager at SimpleSat, so I'm the one in charge of our backlog and working with our developers. So if you just email me, I'll be very interested about any feedback, good or bad, and learning about use cases. Before we start new features, I look at this and let's say we're going to do gamification finally. In Product Board, we have all the emails connected with this feature, so I could email all those people and ask them about what they want or something like that. So it'll all get to me eventually.
Yeah, that's a good point, Corey. I think not everybody knows that you're also the product owner, product manager. So yes, everything goes through Corey.
All right. You want to do a little marketing plug here, Eric?
Yeah, a little marketing plug for everybody who's still here with us. This is a webinar, so we have a monthly webinar on different topics. This one will be mostly for customer success teams. We'll have a lot of different customer success managers. It will be a panel where we will discuss customer success trends for 2024 and how to make sure that your company is more customer centric. So we will have Samantha from Upflow, Celine from Vitally, and of course our own head of CS, Elliot, and they will be there to answer your questions as well, and discuss do's and don'ts about customer success in 2024. And if you want to register, you can scan the QR code, and this will send you directly to the Zoom registration page where you can put your information. We have also sent an email anyway today. I think an email invite went to all of SimpleSat customers a few hours ago, also detailing the webinar and with also registration link.
Sweet.
Perfect. Well, unless anybody else has any other questions. Yeah, we are. Thank you everybody for joining us. And this is something we're gonna probably do on a quarterly basis. We usually release features every quarter, but every time we have a big release, we're gonna do that again. So again, your feedback is very important to us, so don't hesitate to let us know what is working, what is not working, especially when we just release some features. Sometimes maybe you might see bugs. I don't think there is bugs anymore because this is already been live for a couple of weeks. But if you see anything that is missing, let us know. And especially let Corey know, since he's the one in charge, and we'll go after it.
Thank you, Eric.
Okay.
Great host as always.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Yes.
See you out there.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.